Hey everyone, this is Tull42. How's it going? I hope you're all coping well now that we are near the end of the year and 2021 isn't too far away, so hopefully we can get back to how the 2020 should have been before the pandemic. I felt it was time for a slightly serious talk that I wanted to get off my chest, but before I do, I want to make it clear that I am not making this particular video to try and get popular from discussing a recent topic or benefit from someone else's work. I am simply making this video to express my opinions and say a personal thank you to someone I am going to talk about in this video. I also want to apologise for repeating any information you may have heard on other videos for the topic I'm going to discuss, but I am going to say it anyway if you were not aware before and need some context. So here goes. Since 2016, I have been listening to ASMR videos on the internet. If you're not familiar with ASMR videos, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Basically, it's a form of audio entertainment, and one of the content creators for ASMR videos, or ASMRtists as they're known in the trend, goes by the name TeacupAudio, or sometimes T for short. TeacupAudio has created loads of wonderful ASMR roleplay videos for the past 4 years on her YouTube channel and Patreon page. Whether it was sleep aid, holiday themed characters, or even emotional support, T's videos have really helped me in some tough times in life, as well as other ASMR artists out there. So naturally, I started listening to T's content more frequently, and I enjoy listening to it over and over again. On November 11th, 2020, T had hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is of course a big deal for any content creator out there, as well as their fanbase that has supported them all this time. However, 8 days later, on November 19th, T's YouTube account was permanently disabled by YouTube itself, followed by an official confirmation a day later on November 20th. No prior warning of a strike, no list of specific videos being blocked, all of T's content just vanished overnight. It was only because of T's Patreon page and YouTube user Delta Knight that we found out this information so quickly, and the fans took immediate action, making videos that addressed YouTube's automatic bot system failing to recognize videos that are within YouTube's guidelines and rules, and asking people to tag Team YouTube in their posts on Twitter so that TeacupAudio could get the channel back as soon as possible. I won't comment on YouTube's bot system at this time, but I too was gutted when hearing this. Not only was one of my current favourite content creators taken away, but some of T's videos that I had saved in my YouTube playlists were gone too, and I had recently invested time into tidying up the playlists for various reasons. I don't have a Patreon account myself at the moment, but I am aware it's getting used by YouTubers more these days, and TeacupAudio makes sure that content that is appropriate for more public audiences is on YouTube, and content that is for older audiences is on Patreon. Fairly soon after watching people's videos, I felt it a sense of duty to do my part to help rescue T from this unnecessary mess, and made a post on Twitter saying the following: YouTube has got to stop this, as it's been doing unfair acts like this for years. All this does is make us want to move away and spend our time and money elsewhere, like Patreon. #TeacupAudio, #Injustice, #ASMR. I've not seen many other people's posts on Twitter for this topic, and not comparing myself to others, but I think my post was probably one of the few with little to no foul language. Not that I'm completely against profanity, I just prefer not to use it myself. And I didn't want profanity to be the reason YouTube takes my channel down, as I would have a much smaller chance of getting it back. At the moment, I only have under 200 subscribers, and I don't upload frequently enough to get a guaranteed following of my content. Following from this news, TeacupAudio did 2 things to reassure the fans this would not be the end of the internet life. T set up a Twitter page saying a quick thanks to everyone for the support, and put up an official notice on Patreon saying the following: "So, we're not getting the channel back. I wanted to thank absolutely everyone who's given time, thought and support during all of this. When it happened, I never thought anyone but me would genuinely care. Thank you so much for making me feel so much less lonely. I'm going to take the weekend to weigh up my options, look at different platforms, and see what might work best for me as a creator. Absolutely nothing will change here on Patreon. New content will come, polls will be had, good intentions will be put out there. My best guess for the termination? I advertised my Patreon on my YouTube community page. Yep, I put my not safe for work content on a completely separate platform, the lion, the witch and the audacity of this B word. Entirely appropriate memes aside, I want to finish this by saying that if not for you guys, I genuinely wouldn't still be here. You gave me a chance, a pledge of support, and the security to make this my job. You make every difference to me. Thank you for everything. I meant what I said. This witch ain't going nowhere, and it's all thanks to you. Best wishes, T. When I read this, I was still upset and confused that this whole facade had happened in the first place. But I was also happy to see how optimistic T was. T took the time to thank the fans and made an immediate start on looking to the future to make sure we could still be engaged with T's content, which just goes to show those who are truly passionate about what they do and believe their ideas and dreams are going to succeed will never go down so easily. I find I have a respect for artists and creators when you have seen them grow, believe their intentions to be good, and you have seen them show care for their community along the way. I know if it were me in this situation, I'd panic straight away because of the knowledge of how much time and effort I spent in making my content could all equate to nothing, which could then lead me to a week, a month, or even longer period of time facing mental health issues. But then I would take the same action as T, try everything myself with my current knowledge of how to get my content on the internet back, and speak to any fans I have out there on my other social media accounts to let them know what has happened, and thank them if they take the time out of their lives to help me out. Fortunately, throughout this year and next year, I'm making sure all the original files of my work are backed up so that I can easily remake and re-upload any of my videos that people enjoyed instead of starting from scratch. Going back to TeacupAudio, thankfully, YouTube gave the channel back on November 25th, and T has continued to make videos on both YouTube and Patreon. Not to mention the subscriber count is still increasing on a daily basis. I think it's fair to say everyone was relieved, including me. And of course, any of TeacupAudio's videos that were in my YouTube playlists have all returned. It just goes to show how strong the ASMR community is in this time and era of entertainment. Our voices can be heard, and the phrase "complaining gets you nowhere" once again is proven wrong. Before I end my video, I want to say thank you very much for listening, I appreciate it. Well done to everyone who has supported T during this bump in the road. And thank you, TeacupAudio, for what you have done. You are a role model as a creator, and you make my life that little bit happier as a human being. Your videos have really helped me learn a lot about relationships and connecting with people. And your words comfort me from the happiest days to the loneliest nights. If I ever take up ASMR videos myself, I'd be honoured if I got the chance to make one with you, or just suggest some ideas that you could turn into a good script. But for now, I think I'll go and put the kettle on and raise a cuppa to you. Cheers to TeacupAudio.